Alright, so definitely a later start to the day than I would have hoped for, but what's going on, guys? Brandon Hayden here. Hope you're having a great day. It is the 25th of October, and today I'm going to be taking you through a long-awaited full day of eating to show you everything I've currently been eating on my off season. As of today, we are currently just over 6 weeks post-show, meaning we've had ample amount of time now to reverse properly. The weight has slowly increased, but considering where my weight is currently at, I weighed myself this morning and I am 247 pounds. My lowest stage weight was 202 pounds, so we are 45 pounds up in 6 weeks. But what I will say is my body has never looked this lean at this body weight, because before last year, when I was on the off season, when I was 245 pounds, I looked like a bag of milk, like I was a whale. And actually, not that I'm like lean right now, because obviously I have been pushing calories quite high, but I don't think I've ever had this body composition at this weight before. Right now we're going to do something pretty risky. I'm going to show you what my physique is currently looking like. I haven't actually recorded my physique like since I have been gaining the weight, because I have been having a little bit of a hard time with the weight gain. Like I have had days where I've not wanted to record, I've not wanted to take pictures or do anything, because you do have to get used to the fact that you aren't going to look the same as you did in the last month of prep all year round, and that's quite hard when dealing with the rebound. We do have to just bite the bullet, get on with life, and just like accept the fact that we are going to get a lot bigger than we are right now. So this is my current physique. Alright, so and that's it. That is the current physique at 247 pounds. Some days I wake up a pound heavier, some days I wake up a pound lighter, sometimes eating at different times in the day based on how busy I am doing like various different things. It's not as important to weigh yourself every single day or every single week as it is on prep, but the body's growing as well as the beard. I don't know if you can see this, but it's looking pretty thick. Quick thank you to 3D Energy for sending me and Geordie 3 of their cases. This flavor is absolutely incredible, but the grape is definitely up there with one of my favorites, so we're starting the day with one of these. The same as prep, I limit myself to 1 caffeinated beverage a day, because if I'm having pre-workout as well as one of these, there's 200 milligrams of caffeine in one of these, and I think there's 200, a double scoop is 400 milligrams of caffeine in the pre-workout that I'm currently taking, so one does me just fine. Otherwise, we twitching. Update on the construction outside. As you can see, there's a guy there having a cigarette, and everything else is being built up pretty freaking high. With the construction noise, we are very excited to get a new place. On a side note, referencing the pre-workout, I promise I am going to make breakfast at some point, but I just want to tell you about this that just dropped by Huge Supplements. I've been taking their pre-workout now for 2 months, ever since I joined the company, just the Wrecked pre-workout, but this one is Wrecked Enraged. If by chance one day I'm not like really feeling the workout, because trying to give yourself 1000% to training on an off season while rebounding, while feeling slightly uncomfortable because of the weight gain, sometimes days you don't really want to train. But whenever I have taken a scoop of this when I have been suffering, best believe the workout has been freaking incredible. Would only get it if you like really strong pre-workouts, so you can use code HARDBODY at the checkout. It will save you some money at checkout and you'll support me too. And now I promise we're actually going to start making breakfast. Oh, this is not going well. Absolutely butchered. Meal number 1, breakfast is served. We have a 2-egg, 250 milliliter egg white omelet with a little bit of spinach. Sometimes I add some onion in there, today I didn't. And we have 2 bagels. These are the seasonal pumpkin spice bagels in celebration of Halloween, of course. They only come out once a year, and I usually have oats and berries. I'm actually gonna make a protein shake as well, just like with 20 grams of protein, because typically I would have 20 grams of protein inside oats. But today we chose the bagels. Carb intake is literally the same for the grammage of oats I was having for 2 bagels, so it's an easy switch up. A little bit of jam on there too, and these are incredible. They smell, they are absolutely incredible. This is meal 1. The macros of this meal are going to be listed on the screen. I actually can't believe that we just finished breakfast. It is so late today. Like, I have no idea how I'm gonna hit my macros. Like, last night, I stayed awake until 5:30 in the morning. Not because I was busy, not because I was being productive. It was because I actually allowed myself to just like de-stress a little bit. I found a Netflix show that I fell in love with. It's called Cyberpunk. It's an anime show. I watched the first episode. I was hooked. I watched all 10 episodes and I finished the season. I was hoping that there was gonna be a season 2. Geordie is back, by the way. She just went to the gym. I'm having a rest day today. Every 2 to 3 days, I'll take a rest day. I have 2 rest days a week. But considering the lack of time that I do have today, I have 4 hours less of the day because I woke up at 12. We're still gonna hit the macros. We're still gonna get in every single calorie that we need to. Well, if we don't, then we're gonna be small and skinny when we step on stage next to these humongous pros that I will be competing, well, I'll be starting prep next year. It's weird how like I think every day matters so, I mean, it does, but I feel like you have to put that pressure on yourself, otherwise, because no one else is gonna put the pressure on you. No one's gonna wake you up, and if you do wake up late, no one's gonna force feed the meals down you because you woke up too late or you were too busy at work. You had this responsibility that meant more than the goal that you had, because, well, if the goal was that important, you'd make it happen anyway, which is exactly what we're gonna be doing. I'm probably gonna have meal 2 directly after opening this package because I do need to get dressed and I do know it contains clothing. Having your meals so close together isn't what I would recommend. I'd recommend obviously spacing like 2 to 3 hours between meals, but we do need to catch up, and if we don't want to be eating a lot on the night time, we should get them in now. Also, something really sad happened. I basically came through the door one night, it was about a week ago now, and I knocked this huge mirror and it fell against all the trophies here, and it absolutely shattered the Ukraine trophy that I got just over a year ago, where I was attempting to get a pro card, which we now have. Love seeing this every day. We're gonna hang it up soon as well. I don't actually think I've shown you. It's now in a frame. We are gonna fix this. I just need some Gorilla Glue and something steady to balance it on, and we will fix this guy because he's looking quite limbless right now. IFBB send you like a tiny credit card style thing with their signatures on the back, 2022. But I didn't want to just have a card, so I got this little plastic like glass casing thing so I can put it on display next to the big one. And if nobody ever told you, getting a custom frame made is extremely expensive, and there's a little plaque on the bottom of every one of them, and this one says NPC Worldwide, Vienna, Austria Pro Qualifier, IFBB Pro Card Champion. It has now got its honourable place of being protected, and I can put it on the wall when we get some nails. Now it's time we open the package. I was actually meant to get this package way before the release, so everything I'm about to show you is actually already live. So if you see anything, you can go on Alphalete, you can use code HARDBODY. You could literally go to Dyson and type in code HARDBODY and save on Dyson. World's best package opener. I should actually get this sharpened so you could actually sharpen.
Let's not do that.
This is a bag. What?
One for me too.
One for you. I've already got this bag upstairs, we've got 2 now. Oh, this is yours. Sick. All right, so Geordie's got some stuff. I'm gonna pick my favorite few outfits and show you what we got. We have the oversized wolf head tee. This used to be like an Alpha Line exclusive, but now they're actually selling it on the website as well. This is a nice navy color. There is a white one as well that I'll show you in a second. And then we get the Cuff Element joggers. The cut now and the sizing of these is perfect. I'm wearing an XL. As you can see, and overall with a pair of Air Max, this is a pretty fire fit. Now we're gonna move on to fit number 2. We've got the Elements crew neck. Again, we've got another pair of the Elements Cuff joggers. This is just in a different color, but it's a really nice color, that's why I wanted to show you. This is like very, very raised, and it's like, it won't get washed out. It's a very like stiff, raised technique, which I really like. This is perfect for the season that is getting colder right now. I'm actually like in the house right now, and I'm trying not to act like I'm sweating because I'm actually quite warm in this. So this is perfect for the coming winter if you don't have anything warm. Massive fan of this because all I wear is oversized tees, and the fact that Alphalete are now bringing out like oversized tees. This is the wolf tee again with a little wolf logo where it says Alphalete across the chest, and these are the Element shorts. They're definitely shorts that are on the shorter side, so unless you've got legs that you want to show off, I would recommend getting a pair of joggers. It's like Arnold, like back in the day, it might be Pumping Iron, I'm not sure. He said that if the judges say to do a pose, just do a different pose, because if you don't have it, then don't show it. I'm not saying don't wear shorts if you don't have legs, but they're really, really comfy. Fit on me is really good. I am a XL in these as well. XL top, that's it for the haul. Hope you enjoyed it. Now we're gonna make meal 2. Now this is the secret. Are you kidding me? Look at how good that looks. I'm gonna mix it all together, add a little bit of water, bang in the air fryer, and you have yourself a cookie. You do need an air fryer for this recipe, so just get yourself some tin foil, put it in there, non-stick spray. This one's good, this is an avocado spray. The worst thing is making these, and when it sticks to the tin foil, it wrecks the cookie. Just like massage the mixture around, just so it's not too thick, otherwise it won't cook in the middle. Put it in the air fryer. It goes in at 200 degrees Celsius for a total of 12 minutes. You take it out, steaming hot, let it cool for 5 minutes, and you're done. And there we go, perfect. pro-card cookie. I'm going to top it with strawberries and some low-calorie syrup. I had it my entire prep and even on the off season. I probably have like 3 of these a day. Obviously this morning I had bagels, but usually I'll have eggs, one of these, meal 2, one of these, last meal of the day. If I decide to do something else, I will, because it's still 100 grams of oats. I've got a lot of macro, a lot of calories to use. So I can really do whatever I want with the meals. I just choose to have these instead because it is absolutely delicious and extremely macro friendly. Of course, the main part about this recipe that is different from prep, that levels it up a lot, is added peanut butter and a squares bar. Like just break a squares bar up, it increases the carbs of the meal. It's a lot of flavor and it's great. I'm gonna eat this now, get a bunch of work done. I've got some pictures to take for the Hard Body website because the women's breast cancer belt is dropping Thursday this week. So if you do want to support women's breast cancer, pick up one of the belts. All the profits go to women's breast cancer. Now we're gonna make like the next 2 meals. It's actually getting dark because it's close to 4 o'clock now and the light is dimming. We do have to pop to the bookstore after this, so we're gonna pop and get Geordie a friggin' book. But these 2 meals literally consist of the same thing, so they're exactly the same meal. So whenever I show you the macros for meal 3, it's the same as meal 4 in case you're following along. Chicken breast, you can do a medley of different vegetables. I just personally prefer mushrooms, zucchini or courgette, depends where you're from. A pepper, love red pepper. I didn't have peppers on prep, but I just love adding to meals now. Onion, red onion is the one. Seasonings, we got Vegeta and garlic salt, not garlic salt, pink Himalayan. Again, the avocado spray. It's really hard to get like 0-calorie sprays. There's the 1-cal spray in the UK, which everyone gets, but you can order Pam on Amazon. It's a bit more pricey, but if you want to get a 0-calorie spray, and we've got a big bag of jasmine rice, that's it. We're gonna whip it up now, and that's all you need. Quick, oh my god, that was smart. Quick little walk. Myself and Geordie still have a step goal to hit. I got a new fancy Apple Watch, so we need to use it. Literally, the only reason we're doing steps is because I have an Apple Watch. I feel like it holds me accountable though, because at the end of the day, if I like didn't hit a step goal, I'm like, Brandon, you did not move enough today. It's good to have like necessary pressure sometimes. So yeah, we're gonna get it in. The streets are busy as hell. I always forget that like when in Brighton, people actually like travel all the way around the UK to come here like on the weekends. Even weekdays are packed. Another reason we head out is because Geordie just finished a book called Atomic Habits. Yeah. It's about like building up small habits and stuff and just like ways to be successful throughout the day. So we're at a bookstore now because she just finished it and she wants to get another book. Geordie is basically Matilda right now and almost inspiring me to not read a book because one, I'm partly dyslexic and very bad at reading, and whenever I read a book I can't really consume it. Freaking relatable. I might get the Audible because one thing I do need to do is set myself a task of actually like doing things to expand my mind and not getting too consumed with my life. Atomic Habits might be a download. Nick, man of honor. No.
I like nonfiction books because they teach you about other people's lives and how to implement.
So you hate fantasy?
I like fantasy, but I also don't love it. Pauline Hoover have been recommended
No books for us. That alarm was an evacuation alarm because, I don't know, people have been stealing books, I don't know.
He's stealing!
Alright guys, so just in the car, having to head out to run a quick errand. The walk was fantastic, really nice to get some steps in, got a really good head start on that. Got a meal right now of chicken, rice, and the vegetable medley. You guys know what it is. I'm going to be having 2 of these, so I'm not going to show you the second time I eat it because the macros are literally the same. I'm just going to have it about 2.5 hours after this one when I do get back. But the macros are going to be listed on the screen right now, and one of the best things about the off season right now is just like, the reason I say this, and the reason I think it should be a talking point, is because I've never done it before. I've never taken an off season so serious. I've like started for a week and then it just dwindles away because I've just been unable to take it as seriously as I have to take it, but we're doing it well. And one thing that's really, really good, same as on prep, is when you find the time and you cook your meals, you can do it in the morning if you have a busier schedule than me. If you have access to a kitchen, fantastic. You can make your meals all through the day like myself. If you do have a 9 to 5 and you do have to find time in the morning, just wake up an hour earlier, get your meals prepped, because there's nothing better than one, saving money, because you might think, well, you spend so much money on food. Your like food shop every single week must be so expensive. I save more money prepping my meals than if I was to eat out 3 to 4 times a week. When you buy it fresh, like a big bag of rice, big box of oats, all these things, you do save money. You might think meal prepping is expensive, but it's actually more cost effective than going out, drinking and eating on the weekend. And that's one thing I'm loving about this, is I'm still taking it as seriously. I'm still making sure all my meals are ready and prepared. So even when I have to head out, I have a meal ready in the car. And when I come back, I'll have a meal ready so I can continue on doing the things I have to do today. Be prepared. That is the most important thing. We are now back, about to make meal number 5 of the day. It's one of my favorite meals because it's a fillet steak, and I freaking love fillet steak. Like having a steak on the night time, fillet steak is one of the lowest fat steaks, but of course now I can be more adventurous with the protein that I do have. This is the second last meal. It's already 10 o'clock. I have my final meal at 12, spacing the last 2 meals out. Still a little bit, I'm going to bed a little bit later than I'd want to, but I still feel like you should leave at least a few hours between your meals. So in between that time, I'm gonna get some work done, watch some anime, watch some Netflix, and then yeah, get that final meal in. Fillet steak. A bit of garlic. While the steak's cooking, I'm just gonna make my final meal as well, because it just gets done in the air fryer. So I'm literally gonna whip up the cookie right now while this is cooking, save time, and yeah. Moment of truth. It's a little bit blue, but I don't mind. And voila. I actually don't think I did that much of a bad job. This is pretty well done. It's pretty nice. Pretty sure I've just actually finished. I'm gonna put a little bit of this curry ketchup, this the CaloFit macro-friendly sauces. Incredible. Use them on prep, use them off prep. You know when a sauce is good, when you can still have it on the off season when your taste buds aren't as refined. But macros of this meal are gonna be listed currently on the screen, and then I'll come back in a few hours. I'm gonna watch a few episodes. I'm gonna import this footage. I got a few reels to it. I got a few emails to do. I need to fill out something from the PR list on Hardbody. Make sure everything is all set for the website for tomorrow's belt launch for the breast cancer release. Yeah, that's my night. Very nice. I get 15 grams of peanut butter with this as well. Staying on track is so easy when your meals look like this. Learn how to cook and you will get a freaking pro card. I pretty much spend my entire life sat on the floor right here, because I feel like a lot of people imagine, like people that run these businesses, like obviously got their own business and stuff, they have like a massive office with like a kingpin chair and all these things. I literally sit on the ground, like freaking floor gang for the win. Ignore my desktop, it is an absolute mess. It is a physical representation of my brain, which is a mess. It makes sense to me, I know where things are, and yeah, also, Jordy got me one of these. It's a sugar-free peachberry tango. Highly recommend. 20 calories, like per one. It's just a little bit worse than Diet Coke, but love one of these on the night time. It is that time. It is now midnight. I'm gonna have the final pro card cookie. The macros are going to be listed on the screen, and that's going to be it for the full day of eating. Just to recap, the total macros are now going to be on the screen for my entire day. As you may have realized, if you've watched one of my prep full day of eatings, you'll know this isn't much different. That is because I'm quite consistent when it comes to just like liking the same food. I've found meals that I really genuinely enjoy, and I don't need to change them. It's one of the reasons that prep wasn't as hard as like it would be for most people that's eating like really boring food that like they don't enjoy, and it's the way it should be. Like you should actually try, because everyone's different, right? These meals might not be for you. There is absolutely no one on the planet that wouldn't enjoy eating this, like, you know, 2-3 times a day, even on prep, just smaller portions, right? The hardest part about it is the consistency. It's not the meals. It's not like the bulking's hard, the prep is hard, and all these things. Relative to what you're willing to give to a goal or a thing, you know, whether it's like, if you want to achieve a certain physique goal, are you willing to sacrifice going out with your friends and not having that dinner out? If you want to build a business, are you willing to stay in, stay up, have late nights, you know, ignore what people say to you that like are judging you when it's like, that's a bad idea, bro, that's not gonna work. People that don't believe in you, or people that judge you and speak negatively about you, you know, you have to make sacrifices to make things happen. For myself, the difference of this off season than any other, it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It feels like this is what I'm meant to do. I feel like I'm on the right path, and I feel like if anyone finds that, if you yourself find yourself doing something, you genuinely enjoy it, and you feel like you're meant to be doing that, then run with it. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And that's kind of the mentality of this. Me and Geordie have to wake up very early in the morning because, as you know, I am giving back the R8 to Aldi, and we have to do something to the car. A modification that I did to the Audi that I need to be reversed so I can give it back stock. You guys will probably see that in one of the next vlogs. But with that being said, I'm gonna eat this and head off to bed. So good night, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.